I'm Richard Morecroft, and welcome to another week of Letters and Numbers, the show that keeps it simple. 2 contestants, 3 games, and 1 main prize, the achievement of being tonight's Letters and Numbers winner. So let's give a very simple hello to our 2 chief achievers. Firstly, she is never irrational, even when her numbers are, Lily Serna.
Hi, Richard.
Actually, Lily, is that true? Are you never irrational?
Well, like most people, I can be irrational, but I find myself, when I am being irrational, I start my sentences by, I know I'm being irrational, but...
Very convincing technique. Welcome, Lily. And the man who loves creating crossword complications, David Astle.
Hi, Richard.
Hello, David. Hope you had a nice weekend. And did your ears, pick up anything in their filter nets over the weekend?
Actually, I vodcasted on the weekend. Was looking at an interview online with an American linguist called Paul Payak. And he was asked a very interesting question. If you were stranded on a desert island, what one word would you choose to have with you?
That is an interesting question.
I'm going to ask you that question. What one word would you choose?
Oh, gosh. I suppose I'd have to answer it kind of logically.
Yeah.
And I assume that if I'm stranded on a desert island, I'm by myself when I get there.
Yes.
And so there's no point in having a word for me, particularly. So the word that I need is the word that I'm going to use if somebody turns up. And I think probably the most useful word would be welcome.
Welcome.
I'm about to make a new friend.
Not as practical, perhaps, as the one that Paul Payak chose, which was stuff. And if you think about it, stuff is a very useful word because stuff can help you, stuff can comfort you, stuff can shelter you, you can eat stuff, and you can wave stuff in the air if you see a plane.
I think he's going to have a lot of conversations with himself, though.
He may well.
Actually, probably if I was on a desert island, so would I. Welcome, David.
Thanks.
And to get the week started, let's meet our contestants for tonight. And first up, our carryover champion, Greg Beers, customs broker and coin collector, who loves to travel to some way out places. Hello, Greg.
Hello, Richard.
Are you a really intrepid four-wheel drive driver? I mean, do you actually go into really rough off-road territory, or do you stick to the roads?
No, we go for the rough stuff. It's the most fun. Yeah.
Well, hopefully there won't be too much rough stuff tonight, but a lot of fun.
Great.
And here to challenge Greg is Vikas Ahuja, a public servant with an engineering degree in computers. Hello, Vikas.
Hello.
When did you discover, Vikas, that you had a real love of words?
Actually, I think I was about 7 or 8 years old when one of my uncles gave me this word game, and we loved playing that together. And I think I gave the same game to my son when he was about that age. So this is kind of a good family pastime for us.
So family word games have been something that have really developed over the years.
Absolutely. I think my son has got a bigger vocabulary than me, but unfortunately, being underage, he can't come to the show.
Well, we wish you the very best of luck here on the show. Great to have you.
Thank you.
So, please welcome our carryover champion, Greg Beers, and our challenger tonight, Vikas Ahuja. On this Monday night, our first letters game to get the ball rolling, and of course in this game only the longest word gets a score. And Greg, you choose please to get things underway.
Can I have a vowel to start, please?
You can. Let's start with E.
And another vowel.
U.
And one more vowel.
I.
And let's have one more.
A.
Okay, now consonant.
T.
Another consonant.
H.
Another consonant.
T.
Okay, and keep the consonants coming.
N.
And another one.
And last letter L.
Thanks.
And here's our first clock for the week. first letter selection. How did you go?
6 letters.
And what about you, Vikas?
I got 5 this time.
5. Let's have your 5 first.
Late.
Could you spell that for us, please?
Lathe.
Thank you. And yours, Greg?
Latent.
What do you think, David?
I think Greg is exhibiting talent, which is an anagram of latent. It's a lovely word, Greg. Good 6. And inhale is another 6. Couldn't find a 7 there.
But some nice work from Greg. 6 points. Let's have our next lot of letters, and this time, Vikas, you to choose them.
Lily, can we start with the consonant, please?
We can. Let's start with Y.
Another one, please.
D.
And a vowel, please.
I.
And another consonant, please.
L.
Another vowel, please.
E.
And the consonant.
N.
Another consonant, please.
D.
And a vowel, please.
A.
And to end with the consonant, please.
And last letter F.
Thanks, Lily. 30 seconds. Well, Vikas, how many did you get with your first selection?
6 this time, Richard.
6. Well done. Greg?
And 6 for me too.
Let's start with yours, Greg.
Okay, failed.
Failed. And yours, Vikas?
Define.
Define. They both sound good, David?
Can I ask you to spell that, please, Vikas?
Define.
I'm afraid there's only one E in that mix. Not to worry. It's a common symptom, particularly first game or two. Takes us back to failed, which has succeeded. Well done, Greg. Failed is good for 6. I found, well, it's a lovely verb, not a common one, but it's dandify. Dandify. And I think it's the opposite of what a desert island would do. Toughen you up, a little Bear Grylls style.
Back to basics. Thanks, David. Nice word, but well done to Greg. 6 points. Let's move into mathematical mode for the first time on this Monday night with our numbers game. And Greg, your combination to be chosen first, please.
Okay. Hi, Lily. Can I have 2 large numbers and 4 small numbers, please?
Thanks, Greg. 2 large, 4 small. And the first set of numbers for the week. 1, 2, 8, 4. And the 2 large, 50 and 100. And the target to reach is 204.
Thanks, Lily. 30 seconds to get there. Well, Greg, that was a very easy start to the mathematical side of the week, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right. Thank you.
Can I assume that you were 204?
That's correct.
And you, Vikas, as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
204.
Greg, just explain how we get there, please.
Okay, 4 times 50 is 200,
4 by 50 is 200.
and 8 divided by 2 is 4,
8 divided by 2 is 4.
and the sum of that is 204.
Add that on, 204.
So right on target, Greg, to start off there, no problems. Did you use the same method, Vikas?
No, I used a bit different.
Okay, explain how you did it, please.
100 times 2 is 200.
100 by 2 is 200.
Add the 4
And 4.
is 204.
204.
Simpler still. Did you have any variations on the thing?
I could think of a few others, but another one would be 51 by 4.
That's very neat. Lovely stuff. But well done to Greg and Vikas, 10 points each. And we're heading for our first brief break and your first word mix for the week. It's VAT files. And the clue might be a big day out. Back in a short while.